Doesn't mean you murder people.
No, I just wanted to protect you.
Protect me from what? I had friends.
Everyone else. Can't you see that they were trying to hurt you? They were trying to take you away from me, and
They were my friends, some of them at least. They were my friends. Jackie was decent. You just killed them. That's something normal people are not supposed to do. Things people do in this world. For fame. For money. To survive the night. It's weird to think that an action so small could cause a chain of murders to occur. October 21st, 2021. The first day of high school for the new American student, Pixel. The son of Pixelity, no last name. It's weird, but they don't have a last name. And Sally Lester. By the background checks, he lived in a very stable home with his parents. They both agreed for him to come for a better education with his best friend Charlie. Little did they know that school was jack shit. This is Detective Michael's log. I'm picking up evidence to see the events leading up to the Miyagi massacre, as they call it, where a psychotic woman, age 16, killed a bunch of students from the testimony. They said that she did it because she loved a man. Love that would kill everyone around it. This house was where the man named Pixel lived. He was the one guy who actually started this on accident. Pixel has moved away at this point. It's already been a year since what happened, so of course he'd move. But this is the remains of the woman's house. After the events, the families went and blew it up. Grabbed all the TNT available and exploded everything on it. They would eventually seal up what was in the basement, which we'd later uncover through a lot of interrogation from Pixel, that this was a room all about him and the murders that Nene took. The girl's name was Nene. You know, this town, people say that there isn't really a good history to it. You know, that there isn't really a good way for any stuff to go down here. Because, let's just say, this isn't the first time murders have happened here. But the murders that took place during the Miyagi massacre don't go to that one date. It actually started right here. That's what Pixel and his friends thought, but it's not. That is actually the second death of two people. One of them was Elmo Johnson. We'd later find out that he was actually related to the Sesame Street Elmo, but nope, he's not the guy from the show. And Colonel Flanders, the runner of the local FKC, which was about to branch off, till a one guy named Colonel Sanders showed up and then stole his recipe. We don't know what happened to their bodies, but well, duh, I know what happened to their bodies, fucking. I don't know why I'm saying this in my log, but like, yeah, they went away. The police took them away. This was the movie theater. The movie theater that Pixel would buy from Mr. Rob, committing a lot of tax fraud recently, but we haven't been really keeping track on Pixel for a while. It has been a year after the events, hasn't it? Almost a year. As I'm recording this log, it is September 16th, 2022. Pixel, at this point, has been put with his best friend Jay and his other one, JJ, as well as Charlie, inside of the Witness Protection Program with their girlfriends. Well, JJ and Jay's girlfriend, because let's just say Pixel's wasn't as innocent as everyone thought. But the first, and not the last, murder actually took place on the first day of school. Room 11 was where Mr. End and all the other people were. It was a normal day. Pixel would go to school, sit down, have a track. Riley, his name was, would get shot by Mr. Rob. But in the corner, we'd have the one girl who would later cause this murder. We have found out over the years, and from Pixel himself, that she had schizophrenia. Assumed by the doctors that she had multi-personality disorder, but we'd later find out that is not true at all. But the first death that would take place here was very simple. There was this one girl named Doll. No age given. She, mysteriously, disappeared after the first night. Now, she would say that she is an alien, which we are able to confirm in this log that she was. She would later be found dead on the roof of her house. This... something dropped. You know, it's fine. I'm a bit scared, but you know, I'm fine. Yeah. What was I saying again? Yeah, something about the dolls. She would be here right now. She would have made it out. But the first murder in Nene was Doll. Wasn't Elmo, and it wasn't Colonel Flanders. Damn, that's so close to names. It's very hard to mess up. Well, it's hard to mess up. Yeah, it is. But the first reason why would she do this? Well, let's just say if Pixel didn't go up to Nene, then everything would have been fine. Pixel, by being an extrovert, caused Nene to believe a fantasy. And Nene's first victim gave into it. His name was Max Friedman. Sounds familiar, and probably is, because people name kids weird things. He was one of the people who was brought in to help Nene when she was in the psychiatric ward, but didn't make it out alive. Rumors started speculating that if Pixel did come in and help, Nene would have killed him by the end of it. But that's not true. What actually happened was very sinister. The girl, Nene, would find out that Max was actually doing it not because he loved her, because he was trying to keep her sane. So in response, she shoved a knife through his heart. The family would sue the detective agency that surrounded the murder, which got me fired from any American work. Now I'm up here in Japan, in a murder town. Very cool. Not a lot of people have known a lot about this case. It's been going on for a bit, but we've been just trying to hide it so no one gets hurt anymore, but the murders that would occur later are not as easy to find out. Elmo and Colonel Sanders both were killed by Nene because of schizophrenia. A lot of due to it. If none of you are reading this log don't know, it's when they can't distinguish fantasy from reality. And she assumed that they were trying to take Pixel away from her. And for them to date, it's weird, you know, it's very weird. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. But hey, I don't know. I don't really know a lot of people with schizophrenia, so I just can't assume. But Elmo would get his eye ripped out, spine split, and Colonel Sanders would actually get deep fried by his own skin. He was half his face completely burnt to a crisp. As you can tell, murders start to get a lot more dangerous around this time. And then it stopped. For a while at least. Not a lot of things would have occurred, but we did have an accusation that did occur. See, Nene would actually kill both of her and Pixel's teachers, Mr. End and LeBron James. Wait, is that right? LeBron James, sorry. The weird Japanese dude, yeah. He's basically LeBron James, except off-brand, you know. But what happened was interesting to say. Nene, after talking with a relative that did not really tell us anything about him, would discuss that Nene thought that the teacher, not that she was trying to like keep them apart, is that they were taking too much time from him, her, and Pixel. So she killed him. Simple as that. And then she'd frame Knight for it. Because, to be quite frank, to be honest, Knight really wasn't like a good culprit. He was kind of just like, he kept getting out of it. It was weird. The detectives they hired were fucking idiots. They let him out, and then suddenly he was just there, you know? Like, it infuriates me, because like, I was there, I wasn't there, but, you know. But this wouldn't be the end of her killing spree, as we all know. I keep adding on to this, because this is the law that I have to give to someone by the end of the night, but to add some things, there was a guy. The guy that kind of just randomly showed up here. Some civilians say he came out of nowhere. He just showed up and no one knew why. He popped up like a Terminator, kind of, like from the future. And people assumed that it meant something. This guy would actually go to Pixel and tell him something. That he knew something was coming. But it's actually not that important, you know, because we would have known, right? If anything was bad gonna happen, like, we'd know. But the thing about Jack is that even if anyone can say that he somehow predicted it, he wouldn't, because Jack was not even around here. Jack was a defector of America after they took away his pickup truck. Yeah, you all thought he was important. Well, the detectives, sorry. I keep saying to you like you're an audience or something, but you're not. He wasn't as important. He was mad because America took away his trucks and took away everything he loved. Took away his girlfriend. Basically took away everything from him. So, he took a plane ride and landed in Japan. And the thing that he wanted to tell Pixel, from what we assume, is that there's some stuff coming his way when he comes back to America. Well, that's what it means, right? But Jack wouldn't be able to tell Pixel anything else, as Nene assumed that he already knew of what happened with her and everyone who died. So, to stage that Jack killed himself, Nene would lure him in with the promise of his girlfriend, promise of a bunch of things that he'd enjoy. Jack wasn't suspicious at all and was hung. At this point, things start to get a lot different as Yaruzo, the local crazy girl, would die suddenly from a stab in the back, which was very shocking to everyone involved with seeing it happen. As Pixel remarked, they didn't lose anything, but they did not know that this isn't the only one that we found dead. You see, Riley is not a person who died. He actually made it out alive, because he got shot a couple more times by Mr. Rob, resulting in him having to go get surgery, which had him go to a different town. But a bunch of other people would be dead, including the names of Ruben, etc. Other names that I can't remember, because it's been a while since, it's been a bit, so I can't remember most of them. Aaliyah. But then, things suddenly changed. No murder would occur, and people assumed everything was fine. It was the day right before the winter dance, and everyone assumed that it was all fine, that everything was fine, but it wasn't, because at the end of the night, Pixel would find a basement, which held memorabilia of him, his friends, and a kill list. A kill list that was scary enough on its own, but to everyone else surrounding it, Nene, who was drunk, she didn't notice, was furious. So all the anger, all of the problems that she had to go through for what she feels like is to do the right thing, she asked everyone for a meeting. A town meeting at home. Pixel, JJJ, they didn't get the message, because you know what? Nene just didn't feel like it. And you know what happened? Everyone was led there, and they stabbed her. They killed her. They killed it. She killed every single one. Everyone was presumed dead. Knight, the person who was accused of murder, he disappeared after the events. No one knows what happened to him, but people can only assume. The kills themselves, we can't speak today, god damn it. The kills were gruesome. Siblings torn apart. And one guy got his head chopped off by an axe. The other, Knight, who went missing, he got stabbed in the eye. Directly. Matsu, who was one of the survivors' siblings, got her leg ripped off. Meanwhile, others, like Z, definitely not Ruben, but others would get brutalized in these events. But everything changed. Pixel and Nene, they had one final talk. And Pixel shot her directly in the head, which Killed her. Went right through her skull and right through the brain. Now, Nene's family has had a lot of history with this town. Her grandfather was known the Slasher of 50th Street, who killed 58 women, ages ranging from 30 to 70. Nene was assumed to be a holder of this curse, people called it, that whatever happens here changes. Whatever happens here is cursed. Anyone who leaves, something bad will happen. Either they die or they get over it. They go through it and beat it. But, might be asking, why am I here? Why am I still here? The case is done. But the thing is, I got an email. Funny enough, it's an email from this one dude. I cannot remember his name. Well, I did think he would get his name, but he was talking about something in the Himalayas. And that there was something up there that could help him and avenge all the people who were dead. He said that there was an artifact that I need to grab for him and bring it to me in the year of 2026. It felt weird to me. I didn't really think it would be a good idea to grab it, but I might grab it soon. But he told me about this artifact and it shocked me a bit. It was something about a totem. A totem that can bring people back to life. Back to life, which shocked me because I thought that would be very interesting to find. But the thing is, he wouldn't tell me where it is. He just said, look in the Himalayas. And I'm up in Japan right now, so when I find it, he told me to meet him in Greenland, Japan. Weird spot, but hey, if anything can happen, well, maybe this will help. Maybe someone needs to be brought back, and that's it. But the guy, I had to check with him. I didn't want to go anyplace with him being a threat. I go up to him and ask, why do you need it? And he responded with, let's just say, I have a favor in mind. I will be investigating this and seeing what occurs. What happens when I give it to him. But all I can say, it's gonna be one damn interesting night. Oh, and a weird thing. We know Nene's dead. I have to say it, Nene is dead. Pixel shot her right in the face, but when we were going and picking up everything, we didn't talk about it to Pixel because, we checked. She was dead completely. But her body disappeared. Well, it doesn't matter now. I'm not gonna go check back at the techno station. Maybe something interesting's going on there. I wonder what Pixel's gonna have to go through next.